All right, so today we're going on a deep dive that, well, it's a little bit different this time.
Oh,
Yeah, it is. It's about this. It's kind of based on a story,
yeah.
and it's about what happens when a lost key unlocks way more than you'd expect,
Hmm.
like way more than just a safe or a door or whatever.
Right.
So imagine this, okay? You've lost the key to your safe.
Mm-hmm.
And this safe, it doesn't just have like, important documents or whatever, but it has irreplaceable family heirlooms.
Oh, wow.
Like it's basically your family history
Yeah.
is under lock and key and the key is gone.
Oh, that's a tough one.
It is tough. And that's exactly what Laura's dealing with in this story.
Okay.
And let me tell you, the stress is real.
I bet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can only imagine. It's funny how such a small thing, like a lost key, can trigger such a huge wave of emotion,
It is. Right.
right? It's like
Yeah.
it unlocks this deeper fear,
Right.
the fear of losing our connection to the past, to our family history.
Exactly. And for Laura, this isn't just some, hypothetical fear.
Right.
This is like, she is frantically searching everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Couch cushions, junk drawers,
Oh, yeah. I know that feeling.
the drill.
You've been there.
We've all been there.
Absolutely.
That feeling of like, did I actually lose my mind?
Yeah.
Like you're checking the fridge for the fourth time?
Just in case,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's got to be there somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That feeling is so relatable.
It is. And it's that sense of urgency, It's like this small but crucial piece of your world is just missing.
Mm-hmm.
And it leads us to do some pretty interesting things sometimes.
Okay, so get this, Laura. She falls asleep, exhausted from, searching everywhere for this key.
Right.
And she has this vivid dream.
Oh, okay.
And picture this, okay? There's this figure, almost angelic, bathed in light. And it's pointing to a very specific spot in her house.
Whoa.
I don't know about you, but at this point, I'd
Yeah.
be questioning reality.
Yeah. Would you dismiss it as just stress, or would you feel like you had to investigate?
I don't know. It's interesting how even for people who aren't like, super spiritual,
Right.
certain dreams can feel so real.
They do. They can feel really meaningful.
Yeah.
Almost like a call to action.
And that's exactly what happens with Laura.
Okay.
She wakes up,
Mhm.
goes straight to the spot from her dream,
Mm-hmm.
this old cabinet she rarely uses.
Okay.
And there, tucked away in a box, is the key.
Wow.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, there's always more.
In that same box,
Okay.
she finds an old journal.
A journal.
And not just any journal. This is her grandmother's journal.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a plot twist.
That's a big one.
Right.
Yeah. It's like the lost key was just the first step in some kind of treasure hunt.
It is.
It leads her to something even more valuable than what was locked in that safe.
Totally.
A direct link to her past, to her grandmother's thoughts and experiences.
Okay, so picture this Laura with this old journal.
Mm-hmm.
Starts reading,
Yeah.
and what she finds is like something out of a movie stories of forbidden love.
Um,
A secret inheritance.
really?
Even a plea for forgiveness.
This is juicy.
Right.
Yeah.
So suddenly her grandmother, who was always kind of an enigma,
A little mysterious.
yeah, comes to life through these words.
That's the power of personal journals, isn't it?
It is.
They give us a glimpse into the lives of the people who came before us. And sometimes those glimpses can really challenge our perceptions of our families
They can.
and unlock a deeper understanding of our own history.
And as Laura keeps reading, she stumbles upon something even more intriguing.
What's that?
A mention of a secret
Okay.
hidden within the safe itself.
Oh, my God.
Talk about a cliffhanger.
Right.
It's like she's been given a map, but the real treasure
Yeah.
is still hidden.
It's waiting to be discovered.
Waiting to be discovered. Exactly. This lost key has set this whole chain of events in motion,
It has.
leading her deeper and deeper into her family's past.
Wow.
This is getting good.
So we left off with Laura holding this journal, learning about a secret hidden in the safe.
Right, and she has the key.
Yeah.
So she unlocks the safe, and there, tucked in with all the important documents, she finds a letter and a diamond ring,
Wow.
both from her grandmother.
That's amazing.
Imagine that feeling, holding something passed down through generations.
Oh, yeah. It's like tangible evidence of a connection to the past,
It is.
And the fact that these items were hidden away like that,
Right.
it just adds another layer of intrigue to the whole story. It's like
Mhm.
her grandmother wanted to make sure that these specific things found their way to Laura.
And the letter is incredibly personal.
Mm-hmm.
Like her grandmother's pouring her heart out, talking about choices she regrets, paths she wishes she'd taken.
Really?
Yeah, she even mentions wanting a second chance.
It's interesting how that theme of second chances keeps coming up in this whole story.
I know, right?
It's like with the lost key leading to the journal, and then the journal leading to the safe. And now this letter talking about wanting a second chance. It makes you wonder if maybe life is full of these second chance opportunities, if we're just open to them, you know?
Yeah, and then there's the ring,
Right.
adding another layer of mystery to all this. It's not her mother's wedding ring. So the question is, who gave it to her?
Yeah. Who gave it to her?
Yeah.
And what does it represent?
Exactly. And the letter doesn't say.
Right.
But if you think back to those journal entries about forbidden love,
Oh, yeah.
it's not hard to imagine that this ring might be from that part of her grandmother's life.
Makes sense.
Like a piece of a puzzle.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out where it fits.
Exactly.
And as you read, you start to question everything. Was this forbidden love the reason behind the plea for forgiveness?
That's a good question.
Did it have something to do with the secret inheritance?
Well, could be.
It's like we're uncovering these layers of family secrets.
Yeah.
And with each layer, the story just gets more complex and captivating.
It is fascinating how family history is rarely neat and tidy, you know?
Right.
There's always these twists and turns, hidden truths, untold stories. And uncovering those stories, even if they're difficult, can be so powerful.
Yeah.
It can help us understand who we are and where we come from.
But let's not forget,
Yeah.
this is Laura's story, and she's only just begun to unravel this whole thing. What will she do with all this new knowledge?
I don't know.
Will she try to find out more about this forbidden love?
Maybe.
Will she use this as a way to reflect on her own life choices?
Possibly.
What kind of legacy does she want to create?
That's where things get really interesting because information without action is just data, you know?
It is.
It's what we do with these discoveries,
Yeah.
how they shape our understanding of ourselves and our families that really matters.
Mm-hmm.
This lost key, it's opened a door for Laura, and now she has to choose which path to take.
It really is amazing how that one little lost key
Yeah.
set this whole chain of events in motion.
Yeah.
Like if she hadn't lost that key, she might never have found the journal,
Right.
the letter, the ring.
Exactly.
It's like life sometimes pushes us in directions we never expected.
It does.
To these discoveries we never even thought about.
What's so interesting to me is how this story shows us how everything is connected.
Mhm.
Like the lost key wasn't just a random thing, it
Yeah.
was like a trigger
Yeah,
that set off this whole chain reaction,
it did.
leading Laura to understand so much more about her family history.
And it really makes you wonder what seemingly insignificant events in our own lives might have a similar potential. What lost keys have we overlooked?
Yeah, what opportunities have we missed? Because
Yeah.
we were too focused on the immediate frustration. It's like we need to pay more attention
We do.
to those little nudges, those unexpected detours, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Sometimes what seems like a setback is actually a doorway to something much bigger.
This whole experience has really been a journey of discovery for Laura.
It has.
And not just about her family's past,
Right.
but about herself, too.
Mm-hmm.
She's facing all these secrets, these complex emotions,
Yeah.
and she has to decide what to do with them.
It's a process
It is.
of growth and self-reflection for sure.
We all have family secrets.
We do.
Skeletons in the closet, as they say.
Right. Every family does.
The question is, how do we deal with them?
That's the real question.
Do we just ignore them?
Right.
Or do we see them as a chance to learn and grow?
Laura's story really encourages us to take that chance,
It does.
to dig a little deeper, to ask questions, and to piece together those fragments of our past.
It's all about understanding that families are complex.
Yeah.
Our histories are messy, and there's always something more to uncover.
And sometimes those discoveries can be tough,
Yeah,
even painful,
they can be.
but they can also be incredibly enriching
They can be.
and help us understand who we are and feel more connected to the people who came before us.
So next time you're feeling lost or frustrated, remember Laura's story.
Remember that even in those moments of uncertainty, there might be a hidden opportunity
Right.
waiting to be discovered. It might not be a literal lost key,
Right.
but a chance meeting,
Mm.
some unexpected information,
Yeah,
or even just a new way of looking at things.
exactly. The important thing is to stay curious.
Right.
Be open to the unexpected. And
Exactly.
trust that life sometimes has a way of guiding us to where we need to be.
Well said. And to our listeners out there, we want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced a lost key moment?
Yeah, tell us about it.
An event that seemed small at the time but turned out to have a huge impact on your life.
Because sometimes the most meaningful discoveries come from the most unexpected places.
They do.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive today.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning,
Yeah.
and never underestimate the power of a lost key.